Hello there and welcome to my channel. This is Non-Gone and today we'll be doing part 2 of the Phantom Pain for PS3 Speed Plat run. This is all trophies in 59 hours and 47 minutes real time. So this is like an endurance speed plat run. I did this run about a week or two ago on the PS3 version with the intention of beating the record time of 63 hours. I did it in 59. I did it right before the servers closed, so this is no longer an obtainable plat, but the PS4 still is. So if you want to take these tips and use them to best that record, you're welcome to. The record on there is a little bit harder. It's 47 hours. I think you can improve on my time pretty easy, so check it out. When we last left, we had just finished mission 12. We were 2 hours and 41 minutes into the practice run and also 2 hours and 41 minutes into the real run. So we were right on schedule there. We're going to go ahead and start mission 13. You just want to make sure that you have a rocket launcher. You'll only fire it once, but you might as well have it. And you don't need anything else. Hand grenade, C4, and magazine is what I have for support weapons, and the cardboard box and night vision goggles for items. I won't use the night vision goggles again for about another 45 hours. So if you want to save on deployment costs, you're welcome to. I always switch out the rocket launcher when I'm not going to need it because it uses 20 common metal every time you deploy. And common metal is kind of a scarce resource in this game, so 20 is not that big, but some of the higher rocket launchers are up to like 300 and 600 each time you deploy. And if you're not going to use it, don't take it. Money doesn't matter. You got plenty. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This is mission 13. You have to drop in whenever it makes you. You can't pick a day or night, and I generally don't anyway. The reason for that is that the adaptive AI in this game will start getting night vision goggles, and there's a few missions that I really don't want them to have that on. Same with sleep grenades, by the way, which I was just about to talk about anyway. If you start using sleep grenades, enemies will start wearing gas masks, and so you don't want to overuse that stuff. If you can avoid it, then definitely do. So that's really all I've got to say as for an intro. I'm going to try and cut as much as I can out of this. My first 2 hours and 41 minutes of gameplay were reduced to only an hour and a half. And at that rate, that's going to be like 40 hours of video. And I don't want to make anybody do that. I don't want to edit 40 hours of video. So I'll try and be a little more efficient with my cuts and a little less effusive with my words. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get right into it. I'll pick up. Basically, you're just going to drop down and ride your horse over to that yellow square, which is way far away. So I'll cut back over there when I get back. So I wanted to cut in here for a brief second. When we pick up D-Horse, we want to head to the right. That's away from Wala Imasa. And then head back to the left once you get up on top of this mesa. Okay, so we've arrived at the back door of the oil facility here. Just head for these two tanks and jump off. We happen to be here at the daytime, so the enemies will have very, very long eyesight. See, there's a guard up there. He can absolutely see. You see how he did happen to see us there. So you want to be real careful crawling through here. You really don't want to be detected. You probably can make it if you are, but just head up this rail here. And again, keep using the flop. Be careful when you come around this corner right here. Head right to this wall and climb up there. And continue to flop back through here.
You have arrived at your destination.
Head up the stairs and then around this corner. There's a fellow right here. do a better job than I did of taking him out. And do not extract him. Again, they can see the balloons and shoot him down. If you mash triangle when you're picking locks, it'll happen faster. Go right in here and press triangle. Make sure nobody's staring at you out this window. And then flop your way back exactly the way you came. As we're talking, as I'm belly flopping my way to victory here, basically our plan at the moment is to try to S-rank the missions on speed alone, since we're trying to get there fast anyway. We'll come back and do mission tasks unless it's right there in our face, which this one will be. There's no need to get them. You got to redo almost every mission anyway. So you might as well just get in, get out as quickly as possible. That'll get you developing your FOB, or getting resources and developing your nuke as quickly as possible. Anyway, switch to the rocket launcher and shoot the tank from right here at this spot. You'll get a cutscene. Well, kind of a cutscene. And then they're going to lock down this base. And there's a mission task for escaping the LZ, or escaping the mission zone, before they lock the base down. So just head this way on your horse. Going to go right up this road. And when it splits to the left, just start riding along the shoreline here. Right about the time you get to this little shack will be when you exit the hot zone, and that should give you an S rank with a couple other mission tasks. Okay, after about 5 minutes of cutscenes, we're now on chapter 14. We dropped in ASAP, so we didn't pick a time. It happened to be at night. We're going to do two things while we're in the chopper. The first thing we're going to do is go into this combat deployment. During all of that, the next mission completed, so we're going to advance the key. That's the yellow star ones, by the way. This may be your critical path. That's why it's important to do it as soon as you possibly can. There's 20 of those missions, and you can't. They're all sequential, so you got to get that rolling. The last ones take forever, like 3 hours. The next thing we're going to do is drop in. We're going to put a waypoint right here. And then I'll tell you what's happened in the meantime while we're riding out here. So, this is mission 14. We completed mission 13, and as soon as we finished, we rode our horse out. So normally we would be stuck in the open world. We would have to hit select and return to ACC, and then select the mission and come back down into the helicopter. Because we got D-Dog way back before we started mission 4, we sequenced his cutscenes just perfectly. So rather than have to do those extra loading screens, we got teleported back to Mother Base. And when you do that, immediately there's nothing there. You just walk around for a minute, take a shower if you want, then call your chopper. And as soon as you do, D-Dog will now join your party. Again, we tried to structure this so that all those cutscenes happen in the most convenient of places. So that's why it took us there. But now we're into 14. You pick the northernmost spot, extraction point or infiltration point, whatever it's called, where you're allowed to go in, insertion point. So pick the northernmost of those and then mark where I did on the map. And you'll find a little shack here that's guarded by a guard and the mission target. This is one of the more spicy missions, actually. But right now we're just trying to get S rank, and we're just trying to get it done. So you literally can just go over to this target, extract him out of there, and then leave on horseback. And when you leave, make sure you leave in the direction that you were already traveling. If you want to get a few more points with D-Horse, you can throw that prisoner on your back and run this way too. it will. The horse really likes it when you take prisoners and put them on his back. So, just a tip if you want to improve on my strats. But we are now done with mission 14, which took me like 3 hours on my run, trying to get all the mission tasks. In this case, it took like 3 minutes, so, you know, that's how we roll. But we didn't get all the mission tasks, just the nice rank. The reason we ran out this way instead of taking the chopper or anything is that there's a side mission right up here, and any chance that you can get a side mission without the 1 minute loading of coming in on the chopper is always extraordinarily helpful. So we're going to wait for a quick loading screen here, and we'll be right back where we were on the horse. We're going to pull up our map immediately and just put a waypoint right in the middle so we know what we're doing. And I tend to head left here. I like having rocks on one side of me, just from a tactical standpoint. That's less people that can see you. And I believe he's up here. Yep, okay. There's 3 guys here. I have done a very bad job. Wow. Do not count on being able to do that. That was pure luck. Twice. So, you want to sneak in, of course. This is Metal Gear, not Metal Kill Everything. And I do know there's a 3rd guy around here, so I'm being very cautious. Okay. And any of these guys that cannot be extracted by balloon, so it said 100%, so we went ahead and went with him. That's your mission targets. You got to do that. And then this guy's up under a thing, and see how it says 0%. We need to extract 1,000 people throughout the course of this game, so any chance you get a cheap one like this, take it. Plus, it's also building your mother base, your staff, so that's always good too. And as soon as it says we'll take him, or we got him, you can go ahead and quit to ACC, and that extraction will count. Okay, so we've selected mission 15. This is one of the few that I've selected to specifically happen at night. There's a lot of guards up here in this area, and they can't see you as well at night at the moment. I don't want to do it on all the missions, because then they get night vision goggles and you toast anyway. But we've also chosen D-Dog for our buddy. He can spot all the enemies for you, and you like that. That's really great. That's extraordinarily helpful. The downside is we haven't extracted a vehicle yet, so we gotta leg it. So once you drop down, just start running towards the yellow box there. I tend to keep it on my left because I want to come up the right. And you know, no, that's a bad idea. I was gonna try and get that goat, but we don't need to be doing that. We got a very low level tranquilizer pistol at the moment, so that suppressor will wear out relatively quickly, like maybe 10-12 shots. And we got to take out at least like 8 guards. And if you're really good, you could do that with 8 headshots, but I'm not really good, so I'm not even about to try that. But yeah, just keep running. Head over to this area here. This is I believe, the second mission that we're going to get all the mission tasks, and the first one that we're going to get all the mission tasks on purpose. So again, like I said, keep it to your left. You want to head up the right. There's 2 guys over there. If you come about this far where the fence is, they probably won't see you. And you can sprint pretty much right up here. And then I'd probably kind of start doing the flop right about here. There's a bunch of people on your left, so you'll be shielded once you get to this rock, so head around the back. And we're going to run right up the back of this big rock out here. Look for this tree right here. There's a yellow plant. that you want to pick up, and also African peaches. The plant is a very rare plant, and it's also one of the optional mission tasks. The peaches will also, in conjunction with that plant, allow you to build sleep grenades. If you can get them by mission 19, it is extraordinarily helpful. So if you'll have enough level on your R&D, you just need those yellow plants and the peaches. So if you see them in the open world, pick them up. Now here's where the benefit of D-Dog comes in handy. Because we can be a lot more aggressive because we know where all the enemies are. Right? So 1, 2, 3. And I'm not even going to mess around. We're going to come right up here and show ourselves to this guy. 4. And this might be a little ambitious. Yeah. 5. 6. And 7. And we have 24 Fultons now. You need that cargo +2 to be able to Fulton those mechs, the walker gears. But that is the mission task, is to destroy them. So however you want to do that. And then we're going to come back and extract any of these guys that we can. Grab that tape. Grab any resources.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I think there might even be a blueprint around. I don't know. Anyway, there's a prisoner back there too, but we're going to get him last.
He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Flawless work. You never cease. Great.
Oh, we got another guy I missed. Okay.
Objectives complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on
And you see, we've taken care of the walker gears already, so we got that going for us. Oh, there's the blueprint. So make sure you get this blueprint right by the prisoner. These are there is a trophy for getting all of these. They're available in various areas, but they're almost a lot of them are right by where you'll have things. So keep your eyes out for such places. Okay, now we're going to come down here and get this guy. He is guarded by 2 fellas as well, and we still got plenty of trank ammo. It's not the ammo, it's the silenced ammo that matters.
Hey, fella, wat gaan aan?
Okay. And he is 100% as well, so let's go ahead and extract him and his friend. I'm gonna come right back here. And I didn't see what that said, but I assume there was some kind of roof overhead. So you got to take him out to where it says 100%. And then you're done with that guy. The next place we're going is down this way. And I believe we can run. See, it says mission task 4 out of 5. We're going to go ahead and pick up this invoice here. And then we got one more thing to do. And there's only 2 fellas in this direction, but we're looking for this truck right on this road. So go ahead and extract that as well. And that might get those guys wondering what's going on. We don't really care. We're gonna head out this way.
Just like weapons and items, you can use your iDroid to have vehicles you've extracted.
And this is gonna be kind of a long run.
Exfiltrated hot
Right,
zone.
you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Mission
As soon as you get out of the mission reward screens, head
its
back in here.
investigation into PF logistics. Cypher has to be involved with this distribution network somehow. One thing in particular caught my eye. A convoy that regularly crosses the savannah.
And head this way.
On paper, it's just mined resources going to...
Okay, when you get to this little town, the prisoner will show up because of D-Dog, but it's she's in the left-hand building over here. And try not to start a fight, but we did. If you start a fight, you can get your lethal out. There is a sniper up here. And if you're able to disable him, then you can hide behind this area for the most part and protect yourself. If you like, you can also try, since they're all taking cover, to come in here, grab the prisoner, and drop her back here. And extract her. It did work. Okay. So as soon as the side off's complete thing comes up, just return to ACC. You also get to the rescue because that was your first female extraction. So there's a trophy for that.
For a new feature.
Before we get into mission 16, we're going to go ahead and do a run here. We're over 1 million again, so that's when I like to go ahead and start developing more things.
Project has been added.
And we're going to cash in our rewards. We're going to clear out our challenges. And then we're going to go into development.
Development project has been added.
And we have quite a lot of really cool things that have come up for development. I'll see if I can get almost all of them. So battle dress is important. It's not that important at the moment, but it will be. It's like the opposite of the sneaking suit. So we got that. Like I said, anytime your scope comes up or your night vision goggles or any of your support stuff, Fulton stuff, grab it. Capture cage is important. You want to get started on those. Don't use the capture cage until you've developed it to level 3, to +3. Yeah, at least that's a start. The Grom is always good. That's the rocket launcher you're using. You won't use it much anymore, but you might as well. And then, of course, your Woozy pistol. Any chance you get to upgrade that, always do it. That is the gun you'll be firing by far more than anything else. And that's pretty much it. Just start picking other ones and getting them developed until you run out of money again. Or until you hit the limit for development, which is like 10, I think you can have at one time. So, okay, and we're out of money, so we're done there. Let's see how we're doing on combat deployment.
Please select a mission.
And we're going to start the next one in our key deployment missions. See, these are nice. They only take like 15 minutes, and you get them every time. So, good for us. Okay, so now we're going to pick 16. We are going to use the only drop zone, apparently. We're going to... I'm pretty sure I accidentally... Yeah, so support weapons. We don't want the capture cage. I accidentally selected that when I was making it. And everything else is the same. We want to take the horse again. And it does not matter what time. We're going to, again, ignore the way you're supposed to play this and do it fast. This one is another one that takes like half an hour to do it right, but 5 minutes to do it wrong. While you're in the chopper, before you drop down, pull up your map, go over to the airport and put a marker right here, marker A, and then ride your horse around the right of the airport to that marker. When you get to the marker,
You have arrived
there will be
at
a
your destination.
hole in the fence right there and a way to climb up over it, and you're going to get
Rain.
cutscene with some skulls. As soon as the cutscene is over, run directly to this truck and extract it. And then call your horse
Mission info has been updated.
and head out the gate. When you get to the gate, peel a little bit to the right, like kind of head on a line between these two trees. And just ride for your life.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right.
As soon as you get done with the mission screens, go ahead and open your map and look southwest. Put a mark there.
Has been updated.
When you get here, your intel team should be super clutch. Oh, we're sorry. I did not realize we're going to have a tutorial here. So it's going to give you a base development. Always pick the R&D first if you can.
Commencing platform construction.
And then there will be 4 guys in an armored vehicle over here. Head, again, keep it to your left. We're in the middle of the daylight. We have no cloaking, so they can see it forever, so be careful.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
And this pays at the moment to go ahead and get this mission because we want that vehicle. We get a... watch out for these 2 dudes patrolling up and down here. If you see, they now have helmets. And I think all 4 of them have helmets. Excuse me. So that means we're done with headshots for the moment. That's kind of a bummer because we don't have anything that can penetrate their armor anyway. On the bright side, armored vehicles are terrible at seeing. They have a cone of vision that is the front half of their vehicle, so that's great. So just choke this guy out, put a couple in this guy's leg, and then extract the tank or the armored vehicle, the Zook, I think. If you do well... Oh, crap. Okay, yeah. So they also have anti-trank juice, which is why they're getting up so quickly. And that is absolutely obnoxious, but we survived. So just make sure you get that guy in the back corner. He is the mission objective.
Completed.
And then I'll wait for the other one so it counts too.
Extraction arrived.
Yeah, so he said, are you going to extract him? Now go ahead and get out. And we're going to do mission 17 next. I suggest... if you want to improve on this run, to go ahead and go back and do mission 8. We were unable to do it because we couldn't Fulton tanks just yet. But if you do that, it opens up more of the Wandering Mother Base soldiers missions. And you always want to stay ahead because you're gonna spend a lot of time being forced back to Mother Base. And every time you go back there, you want to give Paz one of those photographs. You can only do it once per trip, which means if you get to the end and you're not going back there anymore and you have like 6 photographs, you have to wait for the chopper, extract from the chopper, select Mother Base, watch the chopper come back into Mother Base, get back out, go back up to Paz. It takes like half an hour to do 5 of them. And what's blocking that is the completion of mission 8 right now. We only had 1 photograph. We already gave it to her. I'm going to stay true to my run, my 59-hour run here. You can bet next time I'll be doing mission 8 right here and then doing at least 2 of the Mother Base soldier missions. So just something to keep in mind. This one is a tough one. We don't have very good vehicles. Oh, yeah, we do. We got a Jeep. All right, so take D-Dog and a Jeep. That's just going to be your default loadout. And This might also be a good time to go ahead and pick one of your combat members. And just go ahead and drop in at any time. You get a trophy for doing a mission not as Snake. Okay, so as soon as you drop in here, just jump right up on your Jeep. D-Dog, of course, will join you automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. And head for the closest of the 2 yellow squares. If you go straight from your LZ to your yellow square, you'll come up right here on this little cut in the hill. You want to hop out and you want to start flopping. As you see, D-Dog will mark the prisoner that you need to extract. And there are guys everywhere through here, so be real careful. If you want to crawl, you can, just to make sure you don't get detected. And then go ahead and extract this first guy. There's a little building up here. You can see it on the horizon. If you want to mark that on your HUD or on your map, you're more than welcome to. I didn't feel the need to. I'm pretty confident I know where it is. And this is not the second main mission objective. This is one of the side mission objectives, but I strongly suggest you take a little bit of time and pick this guy up. He has a special skill, and I'm a little embarrassed that I don't remember which one it is, but you need it for one of your loadout items that you want to use for your main loadout. It might be the stealth camo. That sounds about right. And I always like to take him back here and drop him off. Make sure it says 100% extraction chance, and then you're good. And then I'd head out towards these rocks first before going directly to the next square. You're going to kind of hook around in a counterclockwise manner. And you see we're getting all kinds of alerts. We don't care. It's fine. But we don't want those guys to notice us, so...
Good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible.
And we're basically trying to just get to that yellow square without being noticed by anyone. So far, we're doing fine. They saw our balloons, so they're kind of up in arms, but I think we're okay at the moment. Yeah, it looks like that guy stopped, which is great. You want to kind of come up here by this tent. There's nobody up here in this mission. And you see D-Dog just let us know what was happening here.
Boss, we've picked up some movement. The squad is on its way to Gazeba camp. We've ID'd them as some CFA heavyweights. These aren't your everyday reinforcements.
Okay.
Whatever's about to happen, you
And we're going to have to do a little fancy shooting here. So you can always put, at the moment, you can put 3 body shots on somebody and they'll drop instantly with the trank. I'm not overly worried about...
There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
Anybody else? We're just going to head right out this way. And hopefully all those folks that are over there won't see us. This guy might be a bit of a... Oh, he's looking the other way. So, perfect. So we got out. We're going to go ahead and call the chopper. And the only downside of taking D-Dog over D-Horse on this mission is we had to leave our Jeep behind, and now we have to run 422 paces with this guy on our back. But as long as you don't have an alert and you do it with alacrity, do it pretty quick, you should get an S rank, and we really want to get an S rank on this mission. It's I don't know. It's just a difficult mission to do quickly and easily. There's just a lot of guys and a lot of things go wrong, and it helps a lot when you get further along and you have the wormhole. But by then you also have the stealth camo, and it's so much better if you just get S rank on your first try on this one, because then you can just stealth camo and do whatever you want. So yep, we're just gonna head over here. Also, keep in mind that I chose to do this mission as one of my team members instead of Snake. That means no sneaking suit. That means he's a lot more visible than anyone else. I probably chose poorly. You could pick a much better mission to do this than the one I did. But, you know, sometimes I'm bad at things, and I will continue to stay bad. So, yep, there we go. That's it for 17. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and skip mission 18 for the moment, and we're going to go into... Oh, this isn't going to work either. Okay. And then for uniforms, this is probably overdue. You want to equip the sneaking suit. I just developed it right as I was going to the next video, and then I forgot that I had done it. The sneaking suit will allow you to at least crouch walk directly up behind an enemy and choke them out instead of them hearing your footsteps 5 or 6 feet away. That's one of those amenities that is you get so used to in the course of the game that when you play it again and you start without it, you are causing all kinds of alerts and trying to figure out why. And that's why, because you've had the sneaking suit on for like 3 weeks, and it makes your footsteps quieter. It also recovers your health, but I mentioned that in an earlier video too. If you need health recovery, you're probably dead. So you're pretty fragile in this game unless you're wearing the battle dress. And when you wear the battle dress, your footsteps can be heard from like other continents. So we definitely don't want that. We're trying to do this fast. Okay, so we went ahead and skipped mission 18 for the moment and loaded up mission 19. We switched back to Snake and his sneaking suit. We still got D-Dog in the Jeep, and we went in at the time of ASAP. Don't worry about this area. We're going to come down here, and I'll just put a little waypoint there, and then one right up here. You see there's a little valley there and some rocks, so that'll be D and E. And then when you come out, just go ahead and hop in your Jeep if you can find it. Again, we care about plants for the moment, but it's getting down to like, gosh, 15 minutes or so. We won't care about them. 20, 30, an hour, I don't know. Anyway, so we're headed towards waypoint D that I placed on the map. And we are going to attempt to get all of the optional objectives in this one, all of the tasks. I'm not sure. It's a little more difficult than you would think to do it, and mostly because we just don't have the equipment quite yet. Sleep grenades are perfect for this mission and a couple other ones. Again, adaptive AI means you want to kind of avoid using the same thing over and over again, because they'll get gas masks in this case. But we only need sleep grenades for like 2 main missions and a handful of other little things. Unfortunately, I was trying to work out a way where I could have sleep grenades by this point in the game, but there just isn't a good way. Your medical team needs to be level 24 to develop them, and we're only at 12. So, I mean, it would be like hours of grinding medical personnel to try to get it. Like I said, we're going to attempt to get all of the mission objectives here. So the first one is to extract that prisoner that's over there. And D-Dog's got us pretty well solid there. It's pretty important that you do not cause any alerts in here. Because you also got to mark a guy and trail him to the meeting. And he's coming right through here as well. So I like to kind of sit here, let him do this, and then put a couple in him.
Looks like the man due to meet with our target has started moving east.
And hopefully we can get back around this corner before that spotlight comes out. Looks like we can.
The map has been updated.
I don't like this other guy here. You see him, he's over there about 20 paces away. But we have to extract this prisoner. Alright, I'm going to try and get him up here. And then we're going to do something a little mean. Because I don't want to alert that guy that's over there. And if I use a Fulton so close to him, he might hear him and then call in an alert. And we definitely do not want to have an alert, so just continue to creep right back out. We're headed for that red rock that's right there by our Jeep. And it looks like our guys have already arrived, so we don't even have to go there. We can just scan him, and as soon as the picture comes up, you got what you need. Be a little careful running right now. There's guys with spotlights and stuff. And as soon as you jump in, hit right on the D-pad. Whenever you're in a Jeep at night, the stupid headlights will come on every single time you start the car. And you don't want that, of course. If you got the brightness turned up enough, you can see fine, so, you know. But anyway, we're headed to Waypoint E now. We've identified the subordinate. We've identified, extracted that prisoner. And now we're just headed, I guess we're just going to stop right here. And head right up, and there will be a bunch of guys right over this overlook. So go ahead and start crouching and sneaking.
You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
And that's your guy.
The map has been updated.
As you can see, there's 5, 6, 7. I think there's even a couple more up that way. And there's some more coming in on the Jeep pretty quickly here. And we have to listen to a conversation between the major and his subordinate. Now, I prefer to come down here. Just the first running of this is kind of difficult because I got a suppressor with like probably 10 shots on my suppressor for my tranquilizer gun, and then the ruckus is going to start, and I have no other non-lethal things. We got to extract the major and his subordinate, and that's going to be difficult to do as heavily guarded as all these guys are. So I tend to sneak down this way, and you'll see why here in a minute. Our subordinate guy's coming around the corner right now in the Jeep. You can see him there. And then there's some folks that are going to split up. Yeah. And what I like to do is come right over here. And we're going to do lethal takedowns on these guys. So you just press R1 to choke them, or R2 to choke them. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, my God.
But at least it took that helmet with it.
And for some reason, we managed to not start a fight there. I have no idea. Don't do that at home. That's a terrible way to do this mission. So hold R2, don't slam him to the ground, and then just press triangle, and you can do that. Now, from here, you can listen to this conversation. And at least that's 3 more people that you don't have to worry about, so...
Die CFA kon nog nie vaststel hoe die huursoldaten in Wallowa Masa gesterf het. Al wat hulle kon kry was die plaaslike bevolking. Maar ek sê
and now we're close enough that we can hear them without the aid. I actually want to get pretty close here because as soon as they're done, we're going to take them out non-lethally, and the more we can do it while they're separated, the better.
Miskien het hulle planne om die groot koppe ook gelukkig te maak. Vir nou, vind uit waarmee sy daar is besig is. Ek begryp.
Mission info has been updated.
Attacking like that won't cut it. Aim somewhere else, or change to a different weapon.
Okay. And now, hopefully... I think we only got one more guy. Looks like it. Okay. Okay. So you see, we lost all of our suppressors on both of our weapons, lethal and non-lethal. And we were able to tranquilize like 4 guys. Because we took those 3 guys out before the conversation, we were successful here. Any more guys on this particular map and we probably wouldn't have been successful. So, all right. And then once they're all done, just head right up this ridge. And you see we completed mission task 7 of 7. And just drive along this ridge, stay clear of the helicopter over there. And we're done.
You're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
So that was not the best run of Mission 19 that I've ever had, but it was pretty good. So, again, you know, the big problem is you have no ammo. You get like 10 or 11 shots with your trank, plus you have to do all that stuff in the little accessory base on the other side. So you see, it took us too long. We didn't get the S rank. We'll come back and get it. Not a big deal. Good. It's a good thing we got the mission tasks, though. Once we have sleep grenades, this thing becomes an absolute joke. You just chuck 2 right there. You don't even have to wait for a subordinate. It's great. Anyway, this was my 3rd time check of my run. My practice time at this point was 4 hours and 18 minutes. I had slipped a little by this point, I think. So it was 2... 4. I was at 4:42 on my run, so 4 hours and 42 minutes in was when I completed mission 19. So hopefully that gets you a good spot there. I think we're going to go ahead and stop the video here for a little bit. We'll pick up with mission 18 and 20, and then we'll be doing some FOB stuff the next time. So hopefully this gives you a good indicator as to what it takes to get to the first 19. I'll be back with the next video. Until then, stay bad, people. Non-gone is gone.